So here's my favorite question. Well, I got two
Okay.
favorite questions. This one is, you've got a lot of experience, right? You've come through the trades, you were in the military. Now you're focused on serving others and sharing your knowledge. And so along that pathway, there was a ton of learning and there was probably some missteps. And so
Oh,
is
yes.
there like a significant learning that you had as a result of a painful misstep?
From one perspective view, you know what? A painful misstep for me through my career was the fact that I had to job jump in order to get the education I needed to continue to learn. Again, if you don't have a good journeyman or those journey people, which is, if you don't have good journey people to teach, or the journey people are afraid to give their education because they're afraid of their job, right, then you're not going to get that knowledge. And for me and my misstep, it really sucked to not have just one company, support me throughout all that time, rather than having to basically, okay, well, I've learned everything I can from this company. I now got to move on to this company. Maybe, and every time that I had to change, it was a big jeopardy, because there's no idea of, okay, how toxic is the work environment?
Oh God.
The pay may be there, and the pay may be there, but if you're getting treated like dirt and it's impacting you, and at that point during my career, I wasn't aware that I had PTSD.
Oh,
I was
okay.
extremely oblivious to it. So I was like, I was getting frustrated all the time. It's like, well, I'm busting my butt here while Mr. Jim Bloggins is standing there smoking and joking and hasn't worked for the last 45 minutes. Like, how is this equal? How is this fair? Like,
Right.
and then, so for me, for me and my misstep, I did not enjoy having to job jump. And it was very challenging in the fact that every time that I would job jump, I'd have to reestablish my credentials, my rapport, establish with my manager that, look, I'm not here to get involved in the drama of the work. What I am here to do is make sure that the paperwork you give me gets completed, and that I've got the tools to do it. I don't care about anything else. Let me just give me the work, give me the proper tools to do it, and then we'll get her done. Let's not deal with all the other stuff. Let's stay focused.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, thank you for that. Same. I remember, like, I've had the fortune of working for amazing organizations that really had an investment in the development of individuals, and like professional and personal development, leadership development. I've also worked for companies that they didn't give a damn. And early in my career, I would make a jump for that 50 cents or $1, right? This company, job down the road, they're paying $1 more. I'm on my way. But man, that environment working with those people. I mean, I had a journeyman for real. I had a journeyman. This was like my first year right out of high school. He asked me, he said, man, go get the snap cutters and cut me a piece of cast iron. I didn't know what snap cutters were. I'm like, what is that? And I asked him, I was like, what? Man, it's those red things right there. Like, oh, okay. I didn't know how to use them, right? It says chain, you got to wrap it around the pipe and adjust it. And I'm like, bro, I can you show me how to do it? Like just one time. He said, you know what? Never mind. He gave me a plumb bob. He said, go upstairs. We're doing a high school renovation. He said, go upstairs. I want you to drop this plumb bob down that hole and hold it there until I call you. He left me there for 5 hours just to get me out.
I was gonna call shenanigans on that one. I was like, you can't do that to the guy, man.
Yeah. But I had I thought I was doing work. My foreman, or the foreman of the job, was like, what are you doing? I said, bro, I'm trying to stay awake. Like, he told me to come up here and hold it. And I could see the frustration in his face. And that's when I knew, like, oh, this guy's being a jerk. And so, yes, I was making more money, but I was being treated like garbage. And so, like, the money is not always the answer. And then also, to your point, there are companies that aren't going to help you diversify your knowledge. And it's unfortunate that you might have to go and leave one place to another, start all over again, build your network, build your trust, earn that credibility. And so, like, there are some companies, and maybe that's the takeaway, right? For the young apprentices out there, you're looking to get into the industry, find you a company that has programs that will help you develop. And be very clear that you want to. I mean, how many people have you met that have 15 years of experience, but it's 15 years of the same skill, the same single one skill? You ever come across that?
right?